Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, ImperialDane, and today I have for you a 1 vs 1 on Semois. Yes, indeed, we shall be fighting in the night time of Semois, watching as allies and Axis clash, hoping to be the victor, and of course, who shall be the victor will be determined only in the end. Well, it's already been determined since it's a replay, but you know, stuff. Yes, I couldn't come up with any witty there, I fear. Nonetheless, a more rather nice map. Lovely dark, as always in auto match. You can get a more daylighty one in basic matches, but there you go. It was actually used to be a sort of rain map with sort of heavy thunder and all that, but due to problems with people's computers, it was rather dropped. Sadly, I rather liked it with rain and thunder. Yes, indeed. But who shall be fighting on here in the southern corner? We are seeing Hausenberger, a level rank 13 American commander, fighting for the 1st Infantry Division, going up against him. Shall be... Oh my goodness, it's ImperialDane. Shall he be winning this time? Yes, indeed, a win has been rare from him. But nonetheless, fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the... Oh, I don't know, 352nd Grenadier Division. He shall be trying his best to hold this position. Let us go forwards. And of course, a quick note to all of those who keep sending in replays. I mean, it's great, keep on doing it, just, you know, because I don't cast it or give any sort of feedback in some case because you ask it. It's not because I'm ignoring you or anything. It's because I'm getting so many. I mean, just in this week I've gotten 30 replays. I mean, they keep growing the number I'm getting. So again, I mean, not to be rude or anything, I'm doing my best, but it's really a bit hard when I also have other things to like attend to, like for example my own life, because if I have to watch through all those, I mean, I'd have none. Even at 8 times speed, they can actually tend to be rather long. So again, I hope you are taking this rather nicely. We are seeing pioneers and engineers spreading out, barracks up there, my quarters up. So far, nothing highly unusual as of there. And of course, keep sending in replays. I mean, there might always be something, but again, the best way to hope is actually sort of give the most information in the email you're sending. You know, what's your level, what map, what's your name in game, what's your opponent's name in game, stuff like that. It rather helps quite a bit and allows me to sort of get a better overlook of things. And of course, there's one thing to remember about Semois, in particular when you're the Wehrmacht. I mean, this fuel point is most likely going to be harassed, in which case laying down some barbed wire around it in a sort of nice box pattern so it ends somewhere in here within the arcs of the MG is a pretty damn good idea. Americans don't tend to do this because they're rarely facing harassment by the Wehrmacht down there. But Volkswagen is heading in towards the center, nothing unusual there. Riflemen doing the exact same trick right there. Of course, they have faster to seize territory. That, of course, is a thing to remember. Another Volkswagen team on the way. Usual sort of start for me. And pioneers rushing about as well. And Riflemen apparently deciding they have better things to do, just running away towards the north. Second Volkswagen team moving in. Volkswagen team number 1 sort of mulling about, not entirely sure what to do, but they finally settle on seizing this point. The 352nd being one of these more stoic divisions that did its best in the American sector, despite the fact that it was rather a fresh division with a core of veterans from the Eastern Front who were expecting to be sent to the Eastern Front and thus had trained all the fresh recruits in that matter. Of course, one thing they had a bit of problems with were uniforms, and they had to actually do with old uniforms from the Deutsches Afrika Corps, among other things. Riflemen engaging there. Might be the first engagement we might be seeing right there. We go. Several Volkswagen is up against one Rifleman team. Riflemen rather realizing they are quite a bit outgunned. Riflemen mucking about in the north. MG42 on the way. Riflemen might be heading towards that fuel point, and they might not be expecting that. Yes, indeed, I've been so sneaky to put down barbed wire. Volkswagen is hunting down the Rifleman right here. MG42 ready. Rifleman getting shot up. Not quite fancying that, I imagine. And running straight into the MG42 bunker right there. Rifleman dying, screaming, possibly even crying. They're certainly not liking it. There we go, pinned down and on the run. Riflemen pushing onwards now with reinforcements. Volkswagen is still holding the line, doing their best to sort of get the best sort of angle so there's least amount of actual cover applying for the Riflemen. Volkswagen is here joining in a bit as well. Riflemen down to 11 men. Volkswagen is still going pretty well alright. Heavier losses for the riflemen. One team flanking about. Volksgrenadiers going down. Not quite fancying up close. MG42 setting up to cover. Riflemen still taking quite a bit of damage, though in this fight this is not going their way. MG42 though a bit too far away. In fact, just with beyond range. Indeed, that was quite a bit of poor luck. But engineers are pushing forwards in the east. Having only had pioneers to contest that, I've not really had much luck there. And in fact, they look like they might be going straight for the cutoff point while I'm going for their cutoff point. Setting up an MG42 just for the fun of it. Volksgrenadier team ready and might put a stop to that sort of harassment right there. Skirmish phase being reached. And lots of riflemen so far. 3 teams. 4th one probably on the way from the barracks. Volksgrenadier sort of moving about. Might be laying down sandbags, barbed wire, who knows. There we go, a bit of barbed wire to sort of protect angles. There we go, engineers under fire. Volksgrenadier pushing onwards. And engineers dying ever so slightly. And will the riflemen be pushing for the frontal assault? Yes, indeed. All equipped with Browning automatic rifles. Volksgrenadier laying down a bit of barbed wire to protect the frontal approach. And of course, the retreating engineers sort of ruining my little surprise. You know that there's an MG42 waiting for them. Damn you, engineers. Damn you. And of course, here Hausenberger actually does the clever thing. Instead of just charging right at it, he actually decides to flank about. And I'm of course not quite aware of this, which is going to be a bit of a problem. Mines being laid down. And sending some pioneers backs, others laying down mines right here to sort of prevent this from being harassed. And engineers coming under fire, sort of trying to stay beyond the range of their nasty flamethrowers. And the riflemen continue the hunt towards these Volksgrenadiers, sort of moving about. And here we go, flank covered on this position. So it's not exactly going to be the easy thing to get at least I hope so. And engineers coming under a bit of fire. There we go, only one engineer left. And there we go, engineer team down, flamethrowers out the window. Volksgrenadiers retreating for a bit of reinforcement. Seeing the Browning automatic rifles, I'm a bit more calm, and thus I get a sniper to sort of try and help with that. I'm not the hugest fan of snipers, quite the opposite, but again, I decide, well, why not try a sniper this time around? Could in fact be helpful, you know, while I'm setting up the Creek barracks, which should be very soon. There we go. And riflemen pushing towards the east. There's not going to be a lot to actually stop them, though, a bit unfortunately. Pioneers getting a flamethrower, but it might be too late. And another rifleman team pushing on from the front. MG42 might be opening up on that. Pioneers pulling away. Volksgrenadiers getting shut up. And there we go. Riflemen getting suppressed. MG42 fire gunning down upon them. And the MG42 gunners are in fact in a bit of trouble. Though I'm trying to stick them out in the hopes I can actually get some forces forwards. And then again, there's also the bit of them I'm having to actually run past all of these MG42s. Riflemen getting burned alive. Well, the BARs, not MG42s, my bloody fault. Riflemen pinned down right in front of this. Not looking too well for them. Pioneers might have to evacuate that, although they certainly managed to do a bit of damage to these riflemen. No, they did not survive, sadly. Volksgrenadiers pushing onwards, so are the others with sniper support. Creek barracks is up. Grenades getting knocked at the MG42. And they're gone. So he's actually gone for a pretty heavy infantry approach. BARs, grenades, everything else in between. Volksgrenadiers caught out in the open by all the automatic weapons. Damn those BARs. Snipers though keep firing, grenades getting knocked. And we are seeing a blitz assault right at the unfortunate wrong rifleman team. In fact, I had targeted this one, but for some reason I must have clicked on the other one. That was a bit unfortunate, bit of a waste. But I still have the sniper, I still have the Volksgrenadiers in heavy cover while the riflemen are not. The grenade goes off, killing quite a few Volksgrenadiers. Not quite unfortunate. More ought to be moving in, but apparently are not. Sadly not. The Grenadiers are moving in to sort of assist in things. Sniper on the run, just barely making out with that, bit lucky there. Volksgrenadiers and Pioneers pushing up. Headset not quite sticking to my head properly. Americans have certainly managed to seize this area, but that's quite some losses, and of course the barbed wire has certainly served as some impediment to actually their movements. And there we go, hitting a mine, engineer down, 2 others wounded and slightly frightened.
Children, listen. Sieg, sniper ready.
Sniper might need a med pack though.
Yes, comrade. Grenadier squad at full complement.
Ever so quiet. Riflemen reinforcing, no supply yard as of yet. Remainder of the American forces heading northward, so far occupying all 3 victory points. Oh well, now I am. Might not last for long though. There we go, med pack on the sniper. Full Grenadiers and Grenadiers heading centerward, some heading north to deal with the Americans doing their nasty business. Right there, looks like another American assault is going in. All teams up to full strength. In fact, it looks like has gotten another one, so he's up to 5 teams. Quite a bit there, actually. Grenade on the Full Grenadiers, killing. Oh dear, Full Grenadier team down. That was quite tragic, getting behind on the Grenadiers to hold this. Tank traps because for some reason I'm expecting armor. There we go, grenades off on the riflemen. Assault grenades, in fact, stunning and killing quite a bit. One team, in fact, completely down. BAR seized by the Grenadiers, and a sniper fires away on the few remaining riflemen, sending them scurrying away. And of course, the southern approach here having run into a bit of problem due to the barbed wire. Hooray for barbed wire. Engineers using the northern points. American assault rather broken up due to the presence of the barbed wire, much to my pleasure, thus giving me more time to take up some slightly better positions. Now finding away at the riflemen. 7 kills so far. Grenade getting locked, but this time actually does nothing. Rifleman flanking about. Pack 38 again. I'm rather preparing for some sort of armored ahoy hoy. Though of course I haven't really spotted that he actually has 5 rifleman teams. Of course I've just taken out 1, and another rifleman team could in fact be lost. And a pioneer team that is lost, and there we go, another rifleman team down. That's 2 rifleman teams already. That's certainly quite a bit of luck for me. Quite a bit of good luck, of course, also helped by assault grenades and other fun business. And another rifleman goes down on the retreat. 9 kills, no wait, that's the Full Grenadiers. 10 kills on the sniper so far, hooray! And the rest are sort of mulling about, not entirely sure what just happened, having seen so many comrades getting blown up in front of their eyes. Another Grenadier team moving in, and in fact it's good time to have a look at Hausenberger, who does have a bit of manpower ready. He's probably expecting to set something up, probably a supply yard right there. Other riflemen pushing onwards. Engineers sort of also mulling about in the north. Grenadiers with a single BAR. And more barbed wire going down. Full Grenadiers still forced to pull away as riflemen pushing forwards once more. Question is, what will he follow up with that supply yard? Motor pool, perhaps some M8s. And rifleman down, sniper running away. Hack 38 a bit exposed until some fresh Grenadiers can move into support. Rest of my forces are the reinforcing and moving about here. And engineers trying to take this northern munitions point. And we are in fact seeing a tank depot going up. Pioneers heading southwards. Riflemen not pushing further eastwards actually. And these engineers might be in a bit of trouble. Grenadiers moving in. 1 down, 1 to go. And the engineers bite the dust. Not looking too well for the riflemen all in all. And a mine is hit, pinning them down, killing 1. But the tank depot might give them the advantage they need. Certainly, not rather expecting that, although of course I do have some minor things to help with it, like that Pack 38, and of course the tank traps making movement through here a bit harder. Although of course they can just move about and through the cemetery, which wasn't quite planned, but then again I was rather expecting M8s, and they can't move through church walls. Grenades on the riflemen, Grenadiers still forced away. And I do believe it's time for the mid-game analysis. What is the current situation? Well, currently the Americans are, well, a bit dry in terms of manpower, in terms of everything else, having taken quite a beating, having lost 2 rifleman teams, which is not quite what you want in most circumstances. Though they are still holding some parts of the map and certainly able to hold me a bit off on the wrong foot, but I'm still pushing onward, still being aggressive, still got plenty of infantry to lead the charge for the fatherland. Of course, I might be getting more soon, who knows? But with the tank depot, of course, if he handles it well, he might be able to push an advantage, thus throwing me off my guard and perhaps securing perhaps that central victory point or perhaps something else, who knows? But it's not looking too good for American front at this stage, and certainly it was a bit unfortunate he didn't have a medic station to pick up all those wounded, because again, 5 rifleman teams, I mean that much infantry, and you might want to get something like, say, a medic bunker or a medic station, depending on which side you are. Of course, I might also want to get a medic bunker, but I'm thinking I'm a bit preoccupied with other things, and of course that is sort of a danger you want to sort of be able to sort of keep in your mind, these sort of things you need to do, like medic bunker, medic station, veterancy if you're the Wehrmacht, and of course those things also take a bit of training. But still, you know, try your best, and one day you'll succeed, or at least partially. Hopefully I'll be going for some sort of assault phase and perhaps some Stuk or a Puma to at least help me a bit better. But let us return to the fight. Northern munitions point being secured and southern one being secured, giving the Americans quite a bit of munitions actually. More riflemen on the way to replace the ones lost, but I believe I might have mentioned that. Grenadiers trying to squeeze through the tank traps, actually creating a rather nasty choke point right there for any sort of mortar rounds or any sort of artillery. In fact, that could almost strafing run. Oh dear, I mean that's could actually end up very badly for any infantry moving up through, and engineers and riflemen getting spotted as they are in fact moving through. Grenadiers moving up, 1 rifleman down. Again, the barbed wire sort of impeding movement. And that is, of course, one of the main things about barbed wire, which you don't really see being used that often. You know, you usually see just either to deny cover or just sort of block an entrance. But again, it can just be used to make it harder for your opponent to move about, and that's certainly also quite as valuable. Riflemen engineers pushing through here in the center, hoping to flank about, but again running straight in and a strafing run, killing a full Grenadier team. My goodness, that was absolutely insane. So of course he has gone airborne. That was quite the shock effect. Infantry though is being rushed towards the center, even some pioneers, and a Sturm armory is up. Well, that was quite the blow. Only a Grenadier team in fact to hold back this American onslaught. Still no armor, although further rifleman teams are on the way. In fact, he's once more going for the 5 rifleman team approach. He really loves all those riflemen, don't he? And pioneers laying down sandbags while the Grenadiers fight, thus giving the Grenadiers some heavier cover, while of course not exposing the Grenadiers to those hazards. Riflemen sort of sneaking about, pioneers taking up position right there, might be getting a flamethrower soon actually. Grenadiers moving into flank, and for some reason the riflemen are actually firing on the tank traps. Not that I'm complaining, riflemen forced away. And an armored car is ready, schwerer Panzerspähwagen 234. Or Sonderkraftfahrzeug 234. Nonetheless, it doesn't actually become the Puma until it's upgraded with the 50mm gun. That was actually the Puma, a variant of the heavy armored car equipped with a gun from a reconnaissance tank project, which was actually scrapped the Leopard. Grenadiers surging towards the center now. Riflemen pushing onwards, armored car forcing away the eastern riflemen. And looks like we might be seeing some armor. Yes, indeed. Sherman tank on the way. Riflemen getting sniped. Grenadiers getting close, lobbing a grenade right at the entrance of the church. Again, a small trick there. In some cases, of course, people will try to avoid grenades, thus running out, and then you throw them at the door instead. And thus they actually, you know, run into the grenade as the exit, thus causing more damage. And of course that Sherman tank is going to be quite a bit of a problem. And there we go. M4 Sherman. Armored car moving about, firing away at the riflemen. Quite a clump of them in fact. Grenadiers doing their best to hold away the western approach of riflemen. Flamethrowers, grenades getting lobbed. Grenadiers pulling back towards the deeper depths of the cemetery. Grenades getting lobbed. Sniper firing away. Engineers and riflemen suffering heavy losses. The Grenadiers so far not lost a single one in this fight, though it might soon be. Grenades getting exchanged. And there we go. Some losses, and the Sherman moves in. Pack 38 is not ready to actually provide support. Rifleman team down again. Absolutely insane, though fortunate for me, for certainly. And there we go. Finding way with the Pack 38. Tommy Geiger all of a sudden wanting to chat with me about another game. And of course I was a bit busy, but you know, trying to be nice though again. Try not to, you know, conduct larger discussions with me while I'm in a game. Can bit ruin my concentration. Sherman in fact taking quite a bit of fire. Heavy armored car getting reinforced. Mortar going up. Rifleman charging forwards, getting skirts, getting burned. Artillery going in on the Pack 38. No, it's airborne. Oh, right, they're airborne, yes indeed. For some reason I thought artillery. And another rifleman team might in fact be lost. Yes, indeed. Running into this cafe on fire. Not quite fortunate though. And the airborne are getting... Oh dear, a grenade setting off a mine, completely killing off the crew. And the airborne are forced away. Armored car is a bit of trouble though. That Sherman certainly can't hold much longer. And what is this? Sturmgeschützsphere moving in. Will it be in time? Armored car gone. No. Stug 4 moving in for the hunt. Pioneers advancing, might be recruiting that Pack 38. Or not. Stug moving in for the hunt. Pioneers need to get out of that cafe before it's too late though. And of course the Stug isn't quite going to be helpful in this hunt. And no, I didn't get the Pioneers out in time. A bit sad. Advancing once more. For glory and for the fatherland. And looks like the Sherman, after a bit of gaming about with the Stug, is in fact moving away. Much to my annoyance. Though again, I've certainly caused quite a few losses to the Americans. Although they have been able to replace some with airborne and in fact now getting recoilless rifles. And the Stug moving in, trying to hunt down that Sherman. Sherman just seems to keep getting away. Another armored car ready. Mortar setting up. Minimal amount of infantry in the center though, not good in case they push forwards again. And Stug rather realizing it's not going to hunt down that Sherman right away. Decides to get back to friendly lines. Grenadiers getting engaged. And rather caught out in the open, they have to pull back towards the cemetery once more. Well, what remains of the cemetery, what remains of the graveyard. Stug moving in. Airborne soon ready with the recoilless rifles. Assault right on the riflemen, hoping to do the most damage to them. Rifleman team again lost. Mortar rounds, sniper fire, rifle fire, Stug fire, heavy armored car fire, all sorts of fire, taking an extreme toll on the riflemen. Absolutely massacring them. And certainly giving plenty of occupants for that cemetery. In fact, let's go return to me. What is the current situation? Stormtroopers. Sturm Haubitze ready. Though clearly I've got something else in mind. I shouldn't be flooding them out that much resource. Of course I can't remember what I had in mind though. Airborne also running about. And also getting hunted down. Not looking too good for them. One down, in fact, right there. And there we go, finally getting the Kampfkraft Center. About damn time. More mines by the Pioneers to sort of cover flanks. Sherman's still there though, and getting repaired. Well, somewhat repaired it seems. Looks like our American friend might be pushing onwards towards the center again. There we go, Kampfkraft Center up. Another Stug on the way, just in case it decides on some funny business. And heavy losses for the Volksgrenadiers. 2 down, 1 man making it out of there somewhat alive.
Grenadiers, listen up.
24 kills on these Grenadiers so far, quite impressive. Other Grenadiers sneaking about in the north. Airborne charging in. Getting sniped. And opened up on, and there we go. Sherman also moving in for the kill. And getting hit in the rear by recoilless rifle fire. Not looking good. Sniper firing away. Grenadiers moving in to perhaps clear up those airborne. Thus clearing up this flank of the Stu 42. No, Stu 4. Oh dear, grenade on the Grenadiers. Killing most of them. Oh dear, this is completely turning into a mess, but the riflemen are still going down. In fact, extreme losses nonetheless. Stu out of control. Puma still there. Sniper needs to get away. Airborne. Oh dear, down to one man. Will the armored car get him? Nope. Doesn't seem like it. Second Stug moving in. Has luck finally run out for the Sherman. And for some reason I've yet to actually recruit that Pack 38. Then again, I do believe I might actually have thought it was destroyed. And the Sherman finally goes down. Rifleman also deciding to get out. And now some engineers moving in to deal with the Grenadiers. Veterancy on the way. Look out and first some armor veterancy, since that usually tends to be the best, since it actually gives some damage decrease. And engineers getting shot up. And the engineer team was lost in a tragic gun-firing accident. Well, not really an accident, but you know, makes it sound nice. And the remainder of the American force is still hanging about, having suffered quite some severe losses in the process. And considering the overall loss rate, I suppose it would be suffering somewhere like already 5 teams, perhaps gone, perhaps more in fact. Salvaging these Sherman for munitions, so that's how we like it. 22 kills on that sniper. Grenadiers advancing and getting the LMG 42 just for the fun of it. And another rifleman team. He certainly likes his rifleman. Certainly it's not an entirely bad idea. On the veteran 2 for the airborne is of course a nice thing as well. Makes them more accurate, more damaging, and slightly tougher. Close Grenadiers would have to pull out of that one. There are no upgrades for the supply unit, and still no medic station. With all that many riflemen, he really ought to have gotten a medic station. Armored car getting repaired, sniper firing away. And Grenadier firing away. LMG 42 and a BAR assault from the Fultz Grenadiers right into the midst of this. Home to catch some riflemen. And there we go, starting quite a few. Airborne pushing forward in the north, getting sniped. No, the sniper's in fact running away. One airborne member left. And there we go, Hausenberger rather realizing things might not be looking too well, seeing as he's only got 2 units left. He decides to call it a day, and there we go, game over, victory for the 352nd Grenadier Division. Despite some rather dicey moments. So of course, what can we learn from this? I mean, bar wire certainly played a bit of a role there, protected me from flanking. I mean, again, that's certainly one of the uses, but also made it harder for me in general to move about. Thus again giving me more time for my Fultz Grenadiers and Grenadiers to sort of get some nice positions. So that's certainly one way of using your Fultz Grenadieren in a helpful manner, to say the least. And of course keeping them together is also a key movement right here. Armored car was a nice choice, and certainly that sniper also helped quite a bit. Those Grenadiers in fact there also certainly managed quite a bit. 32 kills. Certainly some very tough ones. Very nasty looking ones. And of course one of the main problems though for the American was, well, it wasn't that so much that he got 5 rifleman teams. That can be devastating if handled properly. Trouble was though he didn't quite have the supply and upgrades, and he didn't have the medic station for it, thus meaning in fact he would actually strangle himself on his own men, I suppose, in a sense, because there'd be high upkeep for it, but at the same time there'd be no way to really properly replenish it and certainly keep up things going. So in the end he sort of set himself up for a defeat in one sense, I suppose. The Sherman was a nice touch, but not properly supported in a sense. And certainly wasn't pulled out when it was actually supposed to have gotten out, when it was heavily damaged and there was no infantry support again. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not subscribe or tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is ImperialDane saying cheers.